Hello, everybody. It is Tyler
And Shane.
here from Pixel Addiction. We're giving you our How to Redstone series, where we're going to be going through Minecraft, showing you what Redstone is, how you use it. We're going to move on to gates, basic gates. Our next video would be advanced gates. You'll be able to make some pretty cool contraptions from there, and then if you continue following us this series, we'll show you how to do some advanced timing and strength and all the cool jazz about Redstone. So you'll be able to impress your friends or kill them if you make death traps with them by the end of this series.
Oh yeah.
We'll be releasing these videos every Wednesday, so like and subscribe, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, something. I don't know. We have a million ways that you can follow us. And yeah, enjoy.
Cool. So before we start, we're just going to go over these real quick. All of our redstone that we've done, or at least the majority of it, is outlined with these four colors. Red, as it says here, input. So any kind of input line, any levers, and any buttons, we basically have red wool there. Gray is the power line. That's basically everything else except for green, which is where on lines are, where the output is, where you can connect what you want to control. And then, of course, right here, pink, that's anything that redstone won't activate because of some error. So we'll explain this more in depth later, but we'll go ahead and walk over here. We have basically a redstone torch on both sides. One is on, one is off. The way that redstone torches work is they are naturally on unless powered by something. In this case, we have a lever, which is turned on, therefore turning this lever off.
The torch.
Yeah.
She's saying grammar correctly today.
Sorry. Then we have redstone dust right here. It's kind of the opposite of a redstone torch, where it's naturally off and it only becomes powered when there's a source that gives it power.
Yep, and so another way you can think of this, if you are so inclined as to be an electrical engineer or no binary, is zeros and ones.
Pretty much.
If we ever talk about a zero, that's off, one is on. Alright, so redstone can power a numerous amount of things, as you can see here with this lever and button. There's an iron door piston hooked up to it. All you do to hook these up is just simply run a redstone line straight towards them. Now, redstone dust goes up and down blocks, but only one block at a time. So right here, all you have to do is place the redstone on this green block and the top of this gray block here, and it'll automatically connect the middle, and the redstone dust will run down the line and into the lamp here. Now, power also goes up and down from a block. So this block is being powered by this lever. Down, we see that redstone dust is powered, and up, we see this redstone dust on top is also powered. This stands true for every other direction as well. So if I power this red block, this dust powers, and this torch will turn off because, as Shane explained earlier, torches act the opposite of dust. They're always on unless it's powered, then they're off. Dust is always off unless if it's powered. Now if I power this lever on the side though, you'd think that this redstone dust would turn on because redstone power goes in all directions, correct? No, wrong. If it goes into a block, if redstone is powering a block like this dust is, it essentially just goes through the block. It acts as though the block itself is a piece of redstone and it just goes straight through. So this torch would turn off, but this redstone dust on the side here does not change its state.
The only exception would be with repeaters, but we will cover those later.
Yes. Now redstone dust does have a few problems when going up and down surfaces. If you put a block diagonally from a redstone circuit, it will block the source of power. So if I flip this on, the top goes on, but the bottom here, outlined in the pink broken wool, does not change at all. Now if we removed this, it would work perfectly fine. However, there is one exception to this, and we can't explain why. Glass. Glass just is weird, as the sign states. I just saw the back of your head, or the inside of the back of your face. So yeah, if you have glass, you want to show off your contraptions to your friends or whatever, make a tutorial video on how to make something, use glass. It's completely fine. You won't be able to break your redstone that way.
Yep. Pretty much. Now, before we go any further with redstone at all, we're probably going to cover one of the most important things, aside from what turns on redstone, and that is how far a single pulse of redstone can go before it doesn't continue. So we have a little zigzag pattern here. It goes 15 blocks. So I turn it on, and it'll stop right here at the 15th block, and it will not go any further, and unfortunately, it will not open our door here. But on the other side here, we have the exact same setup, except we replaced that one block that it stopped at with a repeater. We will cover repeaters a bit more later, but repeaters essentially refresh the pulse of redstone and send it another 15 blocks. And we got our door open. Let's go.
Woo! Alright, now redstone can power a numerous amount of blocks in Minecraft, as we've shown here. We're just going to run through all of them, show you which blocks can be powered, and a couple of them we'll go over more in depth later with what you can do special with them. So we have the note block, of course, make music. We have two types of pistons, push stuff around. Your lamps, this works like glowstone, except you can turn it on with redstone.
Oh.
Your trapdoors, and there's of course the dropper, get your items, and the dispenser, shoot your friends in the face. Remember, don't get these two confused. It
Ow.
will hurt if you shoot yourself in the face with an arrow. Or
It's not fun.
the foot, as Shane has here. And the last three is the fence gate, the iron door, and the wooden door. The essentials of keeping things in and out of where they're supposed to be.
Pretty much.
Actually, there's one more thing that we here at Pixel Addiction love doing the most with, and that's some TNT. TNT will ignite if you put some redstone power on it. Now, that didn't explode for good reason. We're on a server that doesn't allow that right now. It's the Pixel Addiction server. And on the creative world, it's way too easy to grief. So we're just going to move on, and we'll blow something up later in a future video.
Yep.
On the opposite side of these inputs are the outputs. Sorry, damn it, I did that before too. So on the opposite side of the outputs are the inputs. There we go. Great teachers, aren't we?
Yeah.
So there's just as many blocks that can provide power to a redstone circuit as accept the power as an output. So we have the wooden pressure plate. You just stand on it, turns on. You can throw something on it, it would turn on. Stone pressure plate turns on if you step on it. Does not turn on if you throw a block on it, though. It's too heavy. And the low and the high weighted pressure plates, those turn on only if you throw an item on them, and they're different from regular pressure plates due to the strength that they give off. They give off a different length of redstone, but we'll go over that in, I believe, video 8 on the series.
I think so.
And then there's the tripwire hooks, great for making contraptions. Shoot your friends in the face with some dispensers, or open up a trap below them and kill them. It's great for that. Another great trap object is the trap chest here. You can tell the difference between this chest and normal chests by the red dot in the center. This is on the original Minecraft texture pack as well. It's great if you have an adventure map too. You can just retexture that chest and it will work the same. And take your dirt.
Oh,
Jeez.
okay, fine.
And there are the stone button, the wooden button, and the lever, the staples of redstone.
Pretty much.
Now, the wooden button is a little bit different than the stone button, other than just the way it looks. If you open up this chest here, you'll see I have my nice friend, the button pusher. If you shoot a wooden arrow, or sorry, a wooden button with an arrow, it'll turn on, just like that. Now, stone, though, does not work. If you shoot it, no matter how hard you try, it won't press. Now, this arrow also works for wooden pressure plates, as you can see there. So you can create hidden traps or hidden doors and with buttons to get into your base, hide from your friends. They'll never know how to get in with you. And the last thing we have here is the daylight sensor. Now, the daylight sensor provides power if it's the day and does not provide power if it's night. Kind of intuitive. So we've set up here a nice little contraption using a couple gates that we will show you in a future video, where we simply close our door if it's day and let people in if it's night. Well, the problem with that is we need to get in now, and it's like, I don't know,
midday?
like 2 o'clock. something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
So we have a nice command block here, which you can also power by redstone. And we'll just go ahead and make it night. And bam, our doors are open.
Cool.
So that's pretty much the basics of redstone. This video might have been a little bit boring if you already had tinkered with redstone a little bit, but we figured we'd start from the very beginning and work our way up. So join us next week for basic gates. We're going to go over and, or, not gates, etc., and get you started to build your cool inventions rather than just hooking a button up to a door. So thank you all for watching. That has been Tyler and Shane from Pixel Addiction.
See you.